We're back on the road again. Welcome back to Back on the Road. And today we're going to be talking about phase one of our whole journey. Woo-hoo! Buying the van.
Insulation, floors, raising the roof.
We're pretty proud of it. It was difficult to do. Super excited to share it with you. A big part of why we're doing this is to inspire people who love improving, who love growing, who love nature and the outdoors. And it's important for us to share these adventures, but also share inspiring, uplifting messages with you along the way.
We are not experts on building vans, so it's definitely not a how-to channel. We're happy to share so you can learn from our mistakes, but we want to be more than that. We want to create a relationship, help you achieve your dreams, and do more than just going through life. We want you to experience life.
Let's just jump right in. Let's go ahead to the recap here. So the first section is buying the van. I remember you had called me up. You went on a trip with my sisters to San Antonio, which is just a few hours away from Houston, and said, hey, I found a great van on Facebook Marketplace.
I think this was the biggest step, for anyone doing this. It's the moment of, okay, I'm going to make this commitment right now. I'm going to buy a van. After that, you kind of have to do it. Because we came close to buying other vans before. We're like, should we? And then we're like, no, it's not the moment. It's not the right van. I don't feel good about it. And I'm so glad we didn't. Props to the guy who sold us the van because he was so nice. He said, I will feel better selling you the van if your husband actually comes with you and check it out because I want to make sure that you guys are happy with it. And I'm so glad I did.
As far as the engine health and just overall health of the van, we were really happy.
For being a 99, it's amazing.
Yep.
It's doing great. I'm very proud of it.
Guess what? We just got the van. I love it so much. We're leaving San Antonio. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's go. So once we got the van, we were headed back to Houston. We were driving separate on the way back. We got a little separated because I was going a little bit slower, filling it out.
Everything in the van was at least 8 years old because that's how long the owner had it. So we were taking it easy.
I was like, how far behind you? Like 45 minutes. I was going a lot slower. I could tell something was definitely off. I decided to keep going and just get it to the next rest stop, which it popped before the rest stop. Luckily, had a spare. Just pulled over on the side, changed out the tire. Victoria was already too far ahead to turn around anyway, so I was like, just keep going. It was 10:30 at night, so that was kind of crazy, but I'm so grateful the other ones weren't just pop, pop, pop with it. That would have been quite the adventure.
That's so true, that you only got one. That's
exactly.
really good.
The next step was taking out the seats. Hey, it's Sam and Victoria here. Thank you so much for listening.
If you're enjoying this episode, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow us on TikTok and Instagram so we can be connected. Remember, life is about giving,
growing,
and doing good.
Which we really had to get underneath the van. I had to get underneath the van and just like crank those bolts. Holy cow.
They were so hard. I mean, no one took that out, I'm sure, but they were very secure.
Yeah. Once we got them out, that allowed us to then tear up the carpet and everything.
I'm glad we went outside of our comfort zone to take everything out.
Once we stripped that out, then we had to install insulation on the base.
Insulation was good. It's gonna help us maintain the temperature inside the van.
So the next thing is raising the roof. Man, that was quite the task.
I think I was pretty stressed about that one too. You were like, I'm gonna go unscrew the roof. I was like, are you sure?
We didn't know if we were gonna have to cut it because I had seen a YouTube video where she cut into the fiberglass and raised her roof that way. Luckily, you could unscrew it literally with a screwdriver. I was so happy. I got some posts to prop it up, make sure I had unattached like lights and things like that. One of my childhood friends, Justin, he actually came, helped us lift the roof off. Once we took it off, we actually had to cut into it.
That was kind of his idea too.
Yeah, big shout out to Justin. Thanks, bro, for the great idea. Once we got the roof off, that's when we were able to install 8-foot by 12-inch boards on both sides.
We waterproofed that and then we started putting the roof back on top to see if it would fit. And it did, but it had a gap with the foam. And then it worked, but then I had to cut the foam off. And then that's when the favorite part came in. Fiberglass.
This dang fiberglass.
The fiberglass was so much harder than we thought.
Yeah, this was definitely the worst part.
I thought it was gonna be super easy and just flowing.
Here's a clip of how Victoria felt as we were going through this. Baby, how do you feel about the fiberglass?
Don't talk to me.
We're really not happy right now with the fiberglassing process. It's so tiring and it's not turning out that good. Let's look at it together. Wow, beautiful day, huh? Beautiful day to be frustrated. It just looks really bad. Whenever it dries, it's gonna look like that. What the heck? It's not smooth. Obviously, it's because of the foam, which I thought I flattened out well. Ready to be done. That spot. How's that gonna work? Yep, we're figuring it out. Yeah, it was stressful.
Then when we cut the foam, it was all like styrofoamy. All the little foam bubbles got like caught with the fiberglass. It was a mess.
That was really frustrating, especially because it was really cold outside.
Yeah. Which with everything, we will always find a way to make it inspirational. You have to keep moving. You have to keep going. Remember your goal. Because that was very demotivating. We were like, how are we going to do this?
I'm so glad that we kept going though and found another way around it.
Even though it didn't look the best, I was very proud.
Same.
Yeah. Throughout this whole process, there was a lot of things that we weren't sure exactly. Like, oh, should we do this? Should we do that? But ultimately, we just kind of kept going with this is our purpose, this is our goal. We are doing our best, and we're gonna keep going and listening to our intuition, our gut. I think we talked about that one time. Your gut has as many neurons almost as your brain. It's not as much. That's why they call it your second brain. Like, listen to your gut, listen to because you can process everything, but your body is processing it. It's trying to tell you what to do, like subconsciously.
Our bodies are sending us messages all the time about how it's feeling, what it needs, right?
I think for me, the biggest takeaway, I can do things I didn't think I could. You know, when we got the van, we just believed in ourselves. We're gonna do it. We're gonna figure it out. And we did. And we did figure it out. And it worked great. You know, we can stand inside. I think if I had to do it again now, I would know so much more. You can learn more things. And if you don't have someone to teach you, you can figure it out.
We can do so much more than we think we can, you know? We came in with a lot of enthusiasm, right? We took that momentum of let's make this happen, and we kept pushing through. That doesn't mean that there weren't going to be more challenges ahead, which we'll talk about in the future episodes, but we did keep moving and we learned a lot along the way. Super grateful for that. We hope whatever you're going through in life or whatever you're working towards right now in life, that you'll take that momentum, that energy, and move forward and trust your gut. Anytime something bad happens or those big challenges come up, keep moving forward and know that you've got this. Keep your eye on the vision. Keep
you have to go.
La, la, la. Exactly.
We are super excited for you guys to see the rest of the videos and our progress with the van. If you haven't heard yet about the backpack, you should check it out on our website.
Super grateful for those that have already joined and they're a part of our community. And for those that also donated and supported this mission of helping us build the camper van, there's a lot of ways for you to get involved more than just the videos here. We'd love to connect with you even more personally, and we can do that through the backpack, through our courses, as well as in-person events and retreats. And you can find all of those links below and on our website, beckontheroad.com. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the road.
Okay, that's enough.